Today we're going to talk about how I wire wrap the end of this bracelet design. There's a full-length beading tutorial out there on my channel, but I'm just going to talk about this particular section of this bracelet design. I do this to some of my bracelets just to give it a more designer look. I also go over how to make these dangles in another tutorial. Before I even create the wire wrapping, I will create some dangles. Essentially, we're going to make this wire wrapped end on the one side of the focal bead. I start by using 20 gauge wire and cut about 5 to 6 inches. Fold that wire in half and then use round nose needle nose pliers to create a loop at the top. Once I have that completed, I put the ends in the focal bead just to make sure that I have the right length. Here it's perfectly okay to have it too long, but too short, you can't add material. Then pull it back out and start adding the beads and charms to the wire. There's no right or wrong way to do this. I usually go every other so that way my charms don't all stick together. Then I'll put on the focal bead and I'll start the wire wrapping process to the focal bead. This is perfect for beginners because by no means am I a professional wire wrapper, but I stick the tails in and I fold them over to the side of the hole slider bead. This is a very basic wire wrapping technique where I just wrap the tails around itself on the base of the 2-hole slider bead. Needle nose pliers work a lot better than your fingers, but for whatever reason, I always insist on using my fingers, which then beat my hands up. You repeat this process for both sides and then snip off the excess and tuck in the tails so that way it doesn't scratch the person wearing it or snag on a sweater. And essentially, that's all you need to do. This will add a little bit of design to your bracelet designs, but you can also use this in a pendant. If you want to know more about this design, look around in my tutorials. I have a full-length tutorial for this particular bracelet. If you're interested in purchasing, the link is in my bio.